Students, I'm going to continue exercise 3.4, question number 3. Question number 3 is explain how a square, how a square is a quadrilateral, a parallelogram, a rhombus and a rectangle. We have to explain how a square is a quadrilateral. So, let's check the solution. We check the solution. So how a square is a quadrilateral? So answer will be very simple. A square is a four-sided figure. So it is a quadrilateral. Okay. A square is a four-sided figure. So it is a quadrilateral. Next, a parallelogram. How a quadrilateral is a parallelogram? Explain. So answer, the opposite sides of a square are equal and parallel, so it is a parallelogram. The opposite sides of a square, are equal and parallel, so it is a parallelogram. It's very easy. How? If we know the properties of the square, if we know the properties of the square, then it's very easy to define. So please read the property of the squares. Next question, number C, means number 3. How a square is a rhombus? How a square is a rhombus? All the sides of a square are equal, right? So it is a rhombus because in rhombus also all the sides are equal. That's why. So all the sides of a square, are equal. So it is a rhombus. All the sides of a square are equal, so it is a rhombus. Next, how a square is a rectangle? How a square is a rectangle? So each angle of a square is a right angle. So it is a rectangle. Each, I can show with the help of a diagram. This is a rectangle. So each angle, each angle 90 degree, right, means right angle. And even if we check in square, also each angle is a 90 degree. So answer, each angle of a square is a right angle. 90 degree means right angle, right? So each angle of a square is a right angle, so it is a rectangle. Each angle of a square is a right angle. So it is a rectangle. Question number 4. Name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals bisect each other. So we have to name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals bisect each other. If we check the properties, properties from page number, if we check the properties from the page number 56, then it will help us to know, whose diagonals bisect each other. So if we check parallelogram, yes, diagonals bisect one another. Rhombus, diagonals are perpendicular, and all the properties of the parallelogram means this property is also follow in rhombus. Rectangle, all the properties of a parallelogram, each of the angle is a right angle, diagonals are equal. Square also, all the properties of a parallelogram, rhombus and a rectangle. Okay. So answer will be the diagonals of the following quadrilaterals bisect each other are parallelogram, square, rectangle, rhombus. Okay. Please read the properties carefully and go through it. So it will help. Now question number B means question number 2 is saying name the quadrilateral whose diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other. Okay, we have to name the diagonals, okay, whose are perpendicular bisectors of each other. So answer means solution will be the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of the quadrilaterals are square and rhombus. Okay, I'll check the properties. Yes, it will be square and rhombus. We bisect at 90 degree, means at right angle. Okay. Now question number 3. So same here also, the quadrilateral whose diagonals are equal. Okay, whose diagonals are equal. So if we check from property, okay, from property, so rhombus, no. Diagonals are perpendicular to each other, it's mean no. But rectangle, if you check, diagonals are equal, yes. Square, all the properties of parallelogram, rhombus and rectangle. So this one will follow in rectangle also. If we check in kite, no. Okay. So in rectangle and square, diagonals are equal. Okay. So solution will be diagonals are equal, square and rectangle. So this is solution number 4. I hope student it's clear. If there is any queries or doubt, please ask. Okay. And please go through very nicely. Be thorough with the properties. Okay. Be thorough with the different properties. So it will be help to solve quadrilaterals questions. Okay. Thank you.